Today, we hear Jesus teaching that no servant is greater than his master in the gospel, following his washing of the apostles' feet at the Last Supper. It was a dramatic gesture which showed that the dignity of an apostle and of any follower or disciple of Jesus comes in service to others. Now, that does not mean being a slave, but in letting our life give light, letting our struggles with illness, age, the treachery of people be an example to others of practical Christianity. For example, most of us, we all knew a priest in our life. Maybe that priest never gave a good homily or did not have a gift of fundraising or a big project in the parish. But we all knew that he was always present with his people. We can always count on him, truly care for sheep. And it was comforting to know that he was always there. That was his gift, his service to the parish. It was how he offered his life to serve others. I've been a priest for 11 years, and I celebrate so many funerals. And most of the time, people came up to give a eulogy. They never talk about the deceased person, how much money the person made, what kind of power he or she had. It's always about the little things that that person served in his or her family. For example, cooking for the children, teaching a little child how to ride a bike, folding a pants or a shirt for the kid, grandkid. It's always about the little thing that they care for their family. And that's how we bring light into our family, into the place where we live. This weekend, the gospel reading is also the teaching of Jesus at the Last Supper. Just like today's gospel reading, Jesus gave the great commandment, love one another. That is how people know that you are my disciples. I know there's a man who served in our parish at St. Joseph for 40 years as an usher. And his son never cared about religion, never went to church. But, of course, the man loved his family very much, and he always cared for his family. And when he died, his son wanted to imitate him, his life. And he didn't know what to do. He came to sense that my dad has served at St. Joseph for the past 40 years as an usher, and he wants to continue his dad's legacy. So he decided to come to church every weekend to be an usher. And that's how we give example in our lives, my dear friends. You know, it is easy to sign a check and send it to Ukraine or Africa or Vietnam or Mexico. It is much harder for us to forgive and spread love in our own home. Dear friends, people will be able to spot us as disciples of Jesus by the love we have for each other, especially in our family where we live. I want to tell you something that I saw a few months back when I went to this home that I visited. I stepped right inside the house. The first thing I saw was that big frame hanging on the wall. It says that live your life somehow that when you die, the priest doesn't have to lie at your funeral. That is funny, but it's true. And my dear friends, people can spot us to be Jesus' disciple by the way we live our life, how we carry out our actions in our own home, family, and community. Thank you. Have a blessed week.